Is your stunt group struggling with hitting your full ups and your stunts, right? Full ups to the top, twist, beautiful stunts. Sometimes teams and athletes and even just individual stunt groups struggle to get this skill. And a lot of times it's a really easy, small fix. I've seen it in some of the athletes that I work with recently. It's one small change that we can fix really quick. So if you're struggling to hit full ups, this video is for you, so stay tuned. One of the more common problems that we see with athletes that are failing to hit full up stunts to the top, we're talking about group stunts, hitting a full up from any sort of load position to the top, has to deal with keeping the stunt over the group. More times than often, if a stunt like a full up is not hitting, it's because our bases are getting too far apart and the weight of the flyer is getting too far in front of us. When we have that shift away from our center of support, which is the middle of the stunt group, or if our center of support, our bases and our back spot, get too wide, it takes away from the ability of the group to hold our flyer up and be able to finish that skill to the top. So what we can do is we can work on some drills to help reinforce staying close for our bases and our back spots to keep our support directly under our top girl. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna show you guys some variations of a shoulder press that was made popular by the most famous bodybuilder of all time, the most famous governator of all time, Arnold Schwarzenegger, has a shoulder press called the Arnold Press, and it involves using a twisting motion as you press, which is very similar to the motion that we use when we're doing full ups. And so what we can do is using a band or dumbbell. We're gonna first go through what the Arnold Press is so we understand the mechanics behind it. And then from there, how to translate that into our stunting. So for an Arnold Press, you would start with the resistance, either the bands or the dumbbells, in your hand with your palms facing you. From here, we press overhead with a twisting motion, locking out at the top with the hands then facing away from us. So the idea is that we're getting a 180-degree turn with the forearm and wrist as we're going through that pressing motion. From there, we're gonna take that and translate it into how we could use that for stunts. And so we would do the same motion, that pressing and twisting motion, but we're gonna use it in more of a push press where we are actually using the body to dip and then press overhead. Now the goal with this is as we do this press, we want to keep that weight close to us. We don't wanna let it drift out away. We want to keep that weight straight in front of the body and then finish with it right locked out with our arm locked out by our head. This reinforces keeping the weight over you as a base as you step through that skill, keeping the top girl overhead versus allowing it to drift away. Using this exercise, we can use it as a priming drill to be done before we do the skill. And we can also use it as a strength exercise that our bases can do on a somewhat regular basis where we're actually increasing the weight, giving them heavier weights to work with to help build strength and reinforce the competence of keeping the flyer over them. If we can add these into our training, I guarantee you it will make a huge difference with your full ups. Thanks so much for joining me for this video. I hope that if you're working full ups and your stunts, that this will help you if you're struggling to keep the flyer in the air. I know it has helped quite a few athletes that we've introduced it to and tested it with, so they feel like it's a great exercise that helps to reinforce that mindset of keeping the top girl over them versus placing it out in front. If you'd like more videos on how to improve your stunting, click this link here. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. Click this bell here and hit the bell for notifications. That way you get notified when we come out with a new video, because we make videos all the time. We make them for you to help you be a better cheer athlete. We'll catch you on the next one.